Okay, this is Murray Fox for CreativeAsAnvils for the Soho Project. I'd like to tell you a street story. The story of Eyre Street, which is a narrow little street just off the very busy Regent Street there. Just a little street, goes up into the bottom corner of Soho up here. Now best known as the China White, so it is, the famous celebrity nightclub. Not a lot going on there at the moment. In fact, Donna Eyre, the celebrity presenter, was known as Donna Tart until she changed her name to Donna Eyre in recognition of this street. But that's not the story I want to tell. The story I want to tell starts a century and a half ago, around the corner, down Piccadilly Circus, which you can't quite see over there. Down at Piccadilly Circus, there's a famous statue known popularly as Eros, though if you get to take a look at the statue properly, you'll notice that it's not actually the god of love. If you look at the shoes, look at the hair, you'll notice it is in fact a fairy. And there's a story behind why that's there. It was erected in honour of Lord Shaftesbury, who also had Shaftesbury Avenue named after him. And the reason it's a fairy is because Lord Shaftesbury was a good friend of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the creator of Sherlock Holmes, but also a great believer in fairies, and he spent much of his later life trying to prove that fairies existed and looking for evidence that they did. Shaftesbury and Conan Doyle were good friends, and returning late from their club one night in the small hours of the morning, through these then deserted streets, ours it is to believe, saw in the middle of the junction, just down here, in what is now known as Piccadilly Circus, something that Conan Doyle described as a fairy fair, a circus of fairies, including archery and various other games. And as soon as these fairies saw Conan Doyle and Lord Shaftesbury, they apparently ran. They scattered and came running up here to Eyre Street. And as soon as they passed underneath this bridge, they disappeared. Magical creatures, obviously feeling very at home on the bridges. Now Shaftesbury told everyone this story for years until his death, about the story of how the fairies ran into this narrow Eyre Street and disappeared, which led to the phrase disappearing into thin air. So next time you're down on Piccadilly Circus, check out the statue. It is Eros. It is in fact a monument to Conan Doyle and Shaftesbury's fairy circus.